He was 72, retired, and had finally begun to enjoy the quiet evenings of his life. But lately, every night had become a battle. Around 2 or 3 a.m., he'd jolt awake, heart pounding, chest tight, sweat forming on his brow. His blood pressure monitor, always by his bedside, told the same story: dangerously high numbers. Sleep had turned from a time of rest into a time of fear. And the worst part? He had no idea why. This story isn't rare. In fact, if you're over 60 and dealing with high blood pressure, you may already know this fear firsthand. You lie in bed hoping your heart stays steady, wondering if tonight will be the night you finally sleep through. Or the night you end up in the ER. It's a quiet, invisible burden many seniors carry, silently and alone. But here's the truth: not all hope is lost. In fact, one of the most surprising and powerful things you can do to lower your blood pressure, especially at night, doesn't require a new prescription or a fancy gadget. It begins in your own kitchen. More and more studies are now confirming that what you eat before bed can directly influence your blood pressure while you sleep. There are natural, nutrient-rich foods that work with your body, calming your blood vessels, easing stress, helping your heart do its job without strain. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're everyday items, backed by science, that can help you regain control. So in this video, we're going to walk you through exactly what to eat before bed to lower your blood pressure fast and naturally. We'll explain the science, give you 5 practical food options, and show you how to apply it to your routine starting tonight. Because you deserve to sleep in peace, not in fear. Now, let's explore how something as simple as your evening snack could become your most powerful weapon in fighting high blood pressure. Blood pressure doesn't just rise during the day. For many seniors, it quietly spikes in the late evening and early morning hours, sometimes without obvious symptoms. Doctors call this nocturnal hypertension, and it's far more dangerous than most people realize. Research shows that nighttime blood pressure is a stronger predictor of heart attack and stroke than daytime levels. But why does this happen? It comes down to how your body manages stress, circulation, and hormone balance in the hours before and during sleep. Normally, your blood pressure should dip about 10 to 20% at night. This is called your nocturnal dip, a natural drop that gives your heart and blood vessels a break. But for many older adults, this dip doesn't happen. In fact, the opposite occurs: blood pressure stays high or even climbs during sleep, putting the body under silent strain. There are several culprits. A high sodium dinner, late caffeine, alcohol, stress, poor sleep quality, or certain medications can all play a role. But there's another factor that often goes overlooked: your bedtime nutrition. What you eat, or don't eat, right before bed can either help your blood vessels relax, or make your heart work harder through the night. So how can food help? Let's break down the science. Certain foods contain compounds that have been shown to naturally lower blood pressure by promoting vasodilation, that's the relaxing and widening of your blood vessels. Nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and calcium help counterbalance the effects of sodium and support smoother blood flow. Others contain tryptophan, which the body converts into serotonin and then melatonin, helping you fall asleep faster and stay calm. Some even have natural nitrates or polyphenols that reduce inflammation and support endothelial function, that's the health of your blood vessel lining. But timing is key. Eating a small, targeted snack 30 to 60 minutes before bed, rich in these nutrients, can gently guide your blood pressure into a safer zone for the night. Unlike medications, these foods work with your body's rhythms rather than overriding them. For example, one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that adults who consumed foods rich in potassium and magnesium before sleep experienced lower overnight systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Another study from Norway found that eating kiwi at night not only improved sleep quality but also led to a meaningful reduction in blood pressure after just a few weeks. The body doesn't just shut down at night, it continues working, repairing, and adjusting. By giving it the right fuel at the right time, you can support those functions naturally and gently. Think of bedtime nutrition as a signal, a message to your body that it's safe to rest, safe to release tension, and safe to lower the pressure. This is not about replacing your doctor's advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before changing your routine, especially if you're on blood pressure medication. But these natural methods can complement your existing plan and give you back some control. In the next section, we'll introduce 5 specific foods that science has shown to lower blood pressure when eaten before bed. They're simple, affordable, and easy to find in your local grocery store. And each one offers a different way to support your heart health, without adding stress, pills, or side effects. Ready to discover what's already in your kitchen that could help you sleep better and live longer? 1. Eat half a banana before bed. Bananas might seem like just another fruit on the counter, but for seniors with high blood pressure, a simple half banana before bed can work like a natural relaxant. This isn't just folklore, it's supported by the science of potassium and magnesium. Potassium is one of the most important minerals for regulating blood pressure. It helps the kidneys flush out excess sodium through urine, which reduces the volume of blood your heart has to pump. The less fluid in your vessels, the lower your pressure. Bananas are rich in potassium, and even a small portion can have a significant impact overnight, when sodium levels often rise due to dinner intake. But bananas offer more than potassium. They contain magnesium, which helps relax muscles, including the smooth muscles that line your blood vessels. This means better circulation and less resistance as your heart pumps blood. Magnesium also has a calming effect on the nervous system, promoting deeper, more restful sleep. Why half a banana? For most seniors, especially those managing blood sugar or taking diabetes medications, a full banana may be too much carbohydrate at night. A half banana offers the right amount of nutrients without spiking glucose levels or overwhelming digestion. Eat it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, either on its own or paired with a small spoonful of unsweetened peanut butter for added magnesium and protein. It's a sweet, satisfying way to send a gentle signal to your body: it's time to rest, restore, and release the pressure. Try this for just 1 week, and you may feel the difference not just in your sleep, but in your morning blood pressure readings too. 2. Try a small handful of pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds may be tiny, but they pack a powerful punch for your heart, and they might be one of the most overlooked natural blood pressure remedies. Just a small handful before bed can deliver key nutrients that help relax your blood vessels and support deep, restorative sleep. What makes pumpkin seeds so effective? First, they are loaded with magnesium, a mineral essential for hundreds of bodily processes, including the dilation of blood vessels. Low magnesium levels are closely linked with high blood pressure, especially in older adults. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources available. But there's more. Pumpkin seeds are also high in tryptophan, an amino acid that the body uses to produce serotonin, which then converts to melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. So while magnesium is helping to lower pressure, tryptophan is nudging your nervous system into a calmer, more peaceful state. To get the benefits, choose unsalted pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, and measure out about 1 ounce, roughly 2 tablespoons. Avoid roasted or heavily seasoned versions, as the added sodium and oils can undo the heart-healthy effects. You can eat them raw, toss them into a spoonful of Greek yogurt, or even blend them into a warm bedtime smoothie. However you take them, let them be a gentle reminder that even the smallest things, a seed, a routine, a conscious choice, can make a powerful difference. Adding this nightly snack could be the simplest habit that starts shifting your blood pressure in the right direction. 3. Sip warm tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice may not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of heart health, but science says it should be. This vibrant, slightly sour juice is packed with powerful compounds that benefit both blood pressure and sleep, making it an ideal choice before bed. What makes it special? First, tart cherries are naturally rich in melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. For older adults, melatonin production tends to decline with age, making restful sleep harder to come by. Just a small serving of tart cherry juice, about 4 ounces, has been shown in clinical studies to increase melatonin levels and improve both sleep quality and duration. But there's more. Tart cherries are also high in anthocyanins, a group of antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and relax blood vessels. These compounds can lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure by supporting endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. For best results, warm the juice slightly before drinking. Warm liquids can soothe the nervous system and improve digestion at night, enhancing the calming effect. Choose 100% unsweetened tart cherry juice, not the cocktail blends with added sugars. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, either on its own or with a light snack. It's a small but mighty nighttime ritual. In just a few nights, you may begin to notice deeper sleep, a calmer mind, and more stable morning blood pressure. Sometimes, healing begins with the simple decision to sip something warm and nourishing before you close your eyes. 4. Eat kiwi an hour before bed. Kiwi might be one of the most underrated fruits when it comes to heart health. This fuzzy green gem offers a unique combination of sleep-enhancing and blood pressure-lowering nutrients, making it a smart and science-backed bedtime snack. Research from the University of Oslo found that eating 2 kiwis per day led to a significant reduction in blood pressure, especially systolic pressure, the top number. The credit goes to kiwis' impressive levels of potassium, vitamin C, vitamin E, and antioxidants that help improve circulation and reduce vascular tension. But kiwi doesn't just support your heart, it also improves your sleep. Another study from Taiwan's Taipei Medical University found that eating kiwi before bed helped participants fall asleep faster, sleep longer, and wake up less during the night. Scientists believe this effect is partly due to the fruit's natural serotonin content, which supports melatonin production and nervous system regulation. To enjoy its benefits without overloading your digestion, start with 1 kiwi about 60 minutes before bed. Eat it plain or slice it into a small bowl of plain yogurt. Avoid combining it with sugar or heavy meals, which can interfere with absorption and sleep quality. If acid reflux is a concern, try golden kiwi, which is slightly sweeter and lower in acidity. Kiwi's refreshing flavor and powerful nutrients can become a gentle part of your nighttime routine, a delicious step toward calmer blood pressure and a more peaceful sleep. 5. Combine with a no-salt, warm bedtime herbal tea. Sometimes, the simplest remedies are the most powerful, and few are simpler than a warm cup of herbal tea before bed. But not just any tea. If you're trying to lower your blood pressure at night, the right kind of tea can help your body unwind, reduce vascular tension, and set the stage for truly restful sleep. One standout is hibiscus tea. Made from dried hibiscus petals, this ruby red tea has been shown in multiple studies to lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, thanks to its natural compounds called anthocyanins and polyphenols. These help relax blood vessels, support kidney function, and reduce inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that drinking hibiscus tea daily significantly reduced blood pressure in adults with prehypertension and mild hypertension. Another great choice is chamomile tea, long known for its calming effects. While it doesn't directly lower blood pressure like hibiscus, chamomile helps by reducing stress and promoting deep sleep, both critical for maintaining healthy blood pressure levels overnight. The more relaxed your nervous system is, the less your heart has to work while you rest. Important tip: always choose caffeine-free versions, and make sure your tea is unsalted and unsweetened. Many prepackaged teas add sodium or sugar that can undo the benefits. Brew your tea with filtered water, and drink it about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, preferably alongside one of the foods mentioned earlier. This warm, calming ritual signals your body to slow down, breathe deeply, and release the tension of the day. A quiet cup tonight could mean a stronger, steadier heart tomorrow. Let's return to the man we met at the beginning of this video, the 72-year-old who couldn't sleep through the night because of his racing heart and unpredictable blood pressure. He'd tried everything: more medication, new pillows, white noise machines. But nothing worked, because the root of the problem wasn't just in his environment or even his medication. It was in how his body was being prepared, or not prepared, for rest. When he began adding just a few of the foods we've talked about, half a banana here, a warm cup of hibiscus tea there, he didn't expect much. But after 3 nights, something changed. He didn't wake up gasping. His sleep was deeper. His mornings felt calmer. And when he checked his monitor, his numbers had dipped, modestly, but consistently. This isn't magic. It's biology. And it's proof that even small, natural changes can shift the body's rhythm in powerful ways. For many older adults, the battle with blood pressure feels like a losing game, a constant cycle of pills, appointments, and uncertainty. But your body is not broken. It's responsive. It's capable. It's always listening to the cues you give it, especially before bed. When you nourish it with the right foods at the right time, you're giving it permission to heal, to rest, to restore balance. You're not just eating a snack. You're sending a signal: I choose peace over pressure. And this shift isn't only about numbers on a screen. Lowering nighttime blood pressure means less strain on your heart, better oxygen flow to your brain, improved kidney function, and, perhaps most importantly, a better night's sleep. That's something no prescription can guarantee. Let this be your reminder that taking care of your heart doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the quiet things, the warm tea, the soft fruit, the handful of seeds, that speak loudest to your body's needs. So if you've felt discouraged, overwhelmed, or forgotten in your health journey, know this: it's never too late to take back control, one bedtime habit at a time. And you don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one thing tonight. Sip. Chew. Breathe. Rest. And watch what happens. Because you deserve to wake up feeling strong, steady, and safe in your own body. That's not a dream. That can be your reality. Now that you know the science and the specific bedtime foods that support healthier blood pressure, it's time to turn knowledge into action, starting tonight. You don't need to change everything all at once. In fact, the most powerful change often begins with a single, consistent habit. So here's your first step: choose just one of the 5 bedtime options we discussed. It could be half a banana, a handful of unsalted pumpkin seeds, a warm cup of tart cherry juice, 1 kiwi, or a caffeine-free herbal tea like hibiscus or chamomile. Pick the one that feels easiest or most appealing to you, and commit to adding it to your bedtime routine for the next 7 nights. No pressure, no perfection, just a calm, intentional choice before bed. You may be surprised at how quickly your sleep deepens and your morning blood pressure improves. To make the most of this new habit, keep a simple sleep and blood pressure journal by your bedside. Each morning, jot down how you slept, how you felt upon waking, and your blood pressure reading if you monitor it. Over time, patterns will emerge, and you'll learn what works best for your body. If you're taking blood pressure medication, it's important to speak with your doctor before making major changes. But these foods are generally safe and can complement your current care plan, not replace it. As you go through this journey, remember, you are not powerless. Your choices, especially the small ones made at night, matter more than you think. Every banana, every seed, every quiet cup of tea, each one is a message to your body that says, you're cared for. And here's one more thing: share this video with a friend or loved one who's also dealing with high blood pressure. Sometimes, The act of sharing simple wisdom can change not just one life, but many. Comment below and let us know, which of these 5 bedtime habits are you going to try tonight? Let's take this journey together, toward deeper sleep, lower pressure, and a healthier tomorrow. If you're over 60 and struggling with high blood pressure, especially during the night, the solution might be simpler than you think, and already in your kitchen. Tonight, you have the power to make a small but meaningful shift in your health. We've covered 5 science-backed foods and drinks you can enjoy before bed to naturally support lower blood pressure. Half a banana for potassium and muscle relaxation. Pumpkin seeds for magnesium and calming tryptophan. Tart cherry juice to boost melatonin and ease inflammation. Kiwi to support serotonin and vascular health. Hibiscus or chamomile tea to relax blood vessels and soothe the nervous system. Start by choosing just one. Eat or sip it 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Do it for 7 nights and notice how your sleep, energy, and morning readings begin to shift. This isn't a fad. It's a natural, gentle way to give your heart a break and restore balance as you rest. Your health is still in your hands, one bedtime habit at a time.